Hello, and thanks for joining us for this session. My name is Johnathan Owen. I'm a solutions architect with Wolf Vision based in the UK, and I'm joined by Andreas Ganahl, who's our product manager and innovation specialist based in Austria, who's responsible for the Cynap product. So this session, we're going to take a deeper dive into Andreas's role, learn a bit more about Cynap, and give you a behind-the-scenes look at Wolf Vision. So yeah, thanks for joining us, Andreas.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me. Would be nice to meet in Las Vegas, but let's do it online.
Next time. Next time. Great. Okay, so we're going to dive straight into some questions then. So firstly, Andreas, can you tell us a bit more about your role at Wolf Vision and what a typical day looks like for you?
Sure. I'm product and innovation manager for the Cynap family here with Wolf Vision. We are located in Austria. I'm sitting in the headquarters. And yeah, I'm responsible for the whole Cynap development, the software and hardware development, and also the apps which are part of this whole family, such as the vSolution Cast and the vSolution app. A typical day, coming into the office in the morning, we have a lot of dailies, stand-up meetings. We are developing Agile, so Scrum is the way how we manage the developing. And yeah, most of the time in the morning, a lot of meetings. Then, yeah, together with R&D, developing new features, find ways to develop the solutions. And the rest of the day, most of the time, I'm connected to our customers, to our partners, to the sales team, and doing trainings, and also a lot of traveling, because I think it's really important to have the connection to the market and to really see the products and solutions live, yeah, to get a better feeling what the market needs are, what the customers' pains are. And so yeah, that's, I would say, my main role, to be the interface between the market to the R&D and to develop nice and easy to use solutions which gives a lot of possibilities to our customers.
Excellent. So a very busy man. Okay, so for those that are watching that don't know anything about our Cynap family, obviously that's your product specialism and you manage that product portfolio. So for those that don't know what Cynap is, can you tell us about it?
It's hard to say it in short words. Cynap, it's a whole Cynap family nowadays. So it's 4 products. Starts with the Cynap Pure as a bring your own device solution, up to with Cynap Pure Pro and Cynap Core, with more functions for, I would say, huddle spaces, seminar rooms, meeting rooms, up to the Cynap with all the features, all the possibilities to be really the centerpiece of an installation. So we natively support all the protocols for bring your own device. So it's Miracast on Windows, it's Chromecast on Android devices, and it's AirPlay on Apple devices, but also our own protocol, the vSolution Cast, for all the devices. But not just bring your own device, it's much more. So when we talk about Cynap as a centerpiece, for example, it's possible to bring the own content, own files into a meeting or classroom by connecting to a cloud service, for example, or a network drive, or maybe store it on a USB stick and plug it in at the desk and directly play the files on the system. Another big important thing is for sure recording features, streaming capabilities into a network, into the internet. And yes, nowadays, and exactly in this situation we are in now, altogether, web conferencing is a big part. And also this feature is supported by our system to connect to WebRTC services, to Zoom, to Teams, and you name it, all the services which are available.
Yeah, so I guess the important point to make is it's not just a BYOD solution. That's just one of the features that Cynap offers, and I guess that makes us fairly unique in the industry in terms of a single device that offers that level of functionality. Now, obviously, we've got a simple Cynap Pure device, which is all the native mirroring protocols just for simple screen sharing. But as you work to the top of the range with the main Cynap, which we're going to be discussing today, that really opens up a lot of possibilities in terms of the type of physical space you can use Cynap. and also the kind of local and remote participation. So let's try and explore that a bit more as we go through the conversation.
Definitely. So just to give you an idea, when we developed Cynap, it was always our approach and our goal to be the centerpiece of these kind of installations and to replace a lot of different hardware which is needed normally. So as I said, the streaming, the recording, but also other services like room booking, connect to the room booking system of a room, of an installation, or let's say lecture capture in universities. All these features are part of our Cynap family and can be activated on the system easily.
Yeah. So you mentioned education is obviously a key sector for Cynap. So can you tell us, as well as education, what are the sectors a Cynap device is being used in, and who are our customers?
As you said, education was always, that's from history with the visualizers. World Vision was always really focused in education, but nowadays I would say everywhere where presentation, collaboration, working together remotely, but also in meeting situations, bringing up digital content to this meeting, there it's a perfect fit with our product. So a lot of customers from World Vision are from the corporate business side, and we are equipping meeting rooms, but also the legal courtrooms. That's an application for our devices where also these sessions in legal and courtrooms are getting more and more digital.
Mm-hmm. So any environment really where ease of use is a kind of priority, consolidating existing hardware. And it's worth pointing out, so although Cynap, as you say, was developed with an education focus originally many years ago, actually our integrators are coming to us with fresh challenges about how they use the product. And that's how the courtroom business began for Wolf Vision. Obviously, courtrooms needed the same requirements, so ease of use, something intuitive for judges and courtroom staff to use, something very secure, something very robust. So a lot of the things that are requirements in education apply to other sectors. So that's been quite exciting to see develop. Okay, great. So obviously this year has been dominated by COVID-19. It's hard to avoid. It's affected all of us personally and in our work lives. What's been the impact on you and how you do your job?
To be honest, it wasn't for my workflow, for my work day, it wasn't a big issue because we are equipped quite well in all the meeting rooms with our Cynaps systems, visualizers. And yeah, for sure, I worked more in short pants and t-shirt at home. But yeah, there was the shutdown in the beginning of the year here in Austria at our headquarters, and every member of our team, we picked up a Cynap and a visualizer, went home and connected everything. And the day after, we were able to work again. And still, not everybody's back in headquarters. R&D is developing directly from home. We are connected over Zoom or other web conferencing services. And yeah, collaboration is working. The whole workflows are digital now, and especially with the vSolution Link Pro, that gives us all, that's our management software, that gives us all the possibility to reach all the devices which are in the headquarters, even if we are at home or in another remote situation. And yeah, we can do the testing, everything feels quite the same as to sit at the desk here. For sure, the workflow and the communication has to be organized, but it works great. And yeah, we are going on with development and developing new features.
Great. So business as usual. That's excellent.
Yeah, not that much traveling, no airplane wait, no traffic jam. So yeah, but we're good equipped for that, and we can see it's kind of the new normal at the moment.
Yeah. So you mentioned obviously you work very closely with customers and hold customer workshops throughout the year and engage with them remotely. And obviously over the past few months, customer requirements have started to change quite rapidly. So have you seen any changes in the market, how our existing customers are using Cynap, and which particular features are they using?
Definitely. So we released the Zoom integration this year on ISE, just before the shutdown in Amsterdam. We have WebRTC on board and now also Teams. The web conferencing part is really important now. So you want to connect, yeah, remote participants, students which are at home, invite professors into a university. So this whole web conferencing, we all know it's the new normal that we use this feature, and this is really what we see, that it's heavily used on our system. It's available for the Cynap Pure Pro, the Cynap Core, and the Cynap. And another thing, what we experienced is that the whole recording, lecture capture features are used quite heavily. Yeah, for sure. Now the sessions are recorded, students often at home, but also in the corporate market, trainings. Also here at Wolf Vision, when we do the trainings, maybe for the sales team, these are recordings now on a Cynap, and we are working quite close together, for example, with Panopto, which is a brilliant service for lecture capturing. And Cynap can directly upload to a Panopto server, and the whole session, which is in a meeting room or in a classroom, is recorded and pushed to the server, and it's available for all the other people which are not couldn't be in the session. And yeah, for sure, have all the features which Panopto gives us, like searching through the video files and things like that. But I would say that's the main features what we see which are used. And it's also quite interesting to see that we got a lot of calls, and I had a lot of calls with our customers, and they now have to redesign and rethink the workflows in a business field or in a university. And yeah, our system is quite flexible, because it was always in our mind to have all these interfaces in a Cynap, for example, WebRTC as a standard in a browser. So now we can see they are redesigning, and it's quite challenging, but it's good to work together with them in teams and find solutions, redesign the workflows, and yeah, just use it on the Cynap. There is no other hardware needed or something. It's just, when it comes, for example, to these virtual classrooms, there was a big. Now it's, yeah, getting more and more use, especially in this situation. And yeah, a lot of these services are based on WebRTC protocols, for example. So it's just activated on the system, and you're good to go. So it was interesting to be involved in redesigning and finding good solutions for this situation. And yeah, our customers are really happy that they have a flexible installation with Cynap.
Yeah, I think this year's been a shock to everyone, kind of on a personal level, but it has kind of accelerated a lot of innovation in a whole lot of different sectors, particularly education. So just so if there's any existing Cynap customers out there, sorry, who aren't using features like Zoom or WebRTC yet, so what do they need to do to activate those features on Cynap?
That's a cool thing, I have to say. It's just jump into the setting and activate the feature. So there is no licensing for that or any additional costs. Wolf Vision and the Cynap team, we are always developing and bringing the firmware every 10 weeks, and these firmware updates and features are for free. So let's say web conferencing was not really a part of the installation. It's just connecting a USB camera, a microphone, jump into the settings, activate, let's say, WebRTC or Zoom if you have a subscription with Zoom, and you're good to go. So everything is already in the system, just activate it, and yeah, see the possibilities, and we can find ways to adapt the workflow to this.
So if any customers have got particular challenges, they can obviously talk to myself and the other regional contacts for advice. And obviously, Andreas supports myself and my colleagues. So yeah, we're always keen to take on a challenge, whether that's redesigning our workflow, integrating with your existing technology, both for the short term as universities are preparing for the next academic year with possibly reduced capacities in teaching spaces, for example, but also longer term as we come out of the COVID-19 situation. So exciting times for Cynap, definitely.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so in terms of Cynaps evolved a huge amount over the years. Lots of additional features have been added. There's regular firm dates and feature releases that are made available to customers. Can you give us a kind of sneak peek or some insight into the future and what we can expect to see?
Yes, for sure. As I said, every 10 weeks, normally there's a firmware update, a free update for all the systems. The next one will be in mid of July. There will be some really cool new features for the systems. One of it's called the mixed and endless bring your own device. This is an approach, or no, it's not an approach, it's a solution for Cynap, especially for Cynap Pure, but all the other systems, that the whole Windows control of the bring your own device Windows and let's say digital whiteboard Windows, whatever is used on the system is automatically now, because it's often not really useful to stand up in a meeting and control on a touch screen or with a device. It should be automatic. Everybody wants to connect to the screen, and it should go side by side in full screen automatically. So there is a new mode coming for all the Cynap members of the Cynap family. And this is one of the new features we're going to release this summer. Said before, Teams integration. It is possible now also to use Teams on our system and to, for example, use your own device, for example, a smartphone or a tablet, to store your user credentials there. And just by a press on one button, you will automatically be logged into your Teams room or into your Teams meeting, and yeah, then you can even control the meeting over your tablet or your smartphone, and share content, and yeah, control the meeting over that. So Teams integration is another big thing. This will be available, as I said, the mixed and mode for bring your own device will be available for all our devices. The Teams integration will be available for Cynap Pure Pro and Cynap Core and Cynap. And another new feature, which is for the Cynap, is the next steps with our Panopto integration. So now it is possible to remotely manage the recordings and push directly these planned recordings to the system, and Cynap will then be the capture agent in your lecture hall, for example. So this will be implemented and gives a lot of comfort to integrate Cynap again, not just as a bring your own device and digital whiteboard and document and media player device, but now it's also a lecture capture agent for Panopto, and can receive these plannings. And not just recording, it's also possible then to webcast at the same time into the internet, that students which are not on campus can follow up the session.
Wow, yeah. So obviously my background is in higher education, and I used to run a lecture capture service. And I know certainly in the UK and around the world, lecture capture is growing hugely in popularity before COVID-19, and actually throughout the last few months, it's been an essential tool to move teaching online. So I certainly predict the number of recorded lectures is going to increase. Those universities that haven't adopted it yet almost certainly will. And when it comes to that tipping point where potentially a university switches to an opt-out policy, whereby they record all of their lectures by default, and that could be 40, 50, 60,000 recordings a year, at that point, you really need a robust system to manage that scheduling. So this is for me, from my background, this is a really key feature for us this summer. So certainly very excited to get our hands on that and kind of give that to our customers, because it's going to have a big impact if they're a Panopto user. So very excited to see that, along with Microsoft Teams, obviously hugely dominant within higher education, along with Zoom. So the fact that we've got this universal platform that plugs into all these solutions is hugely exciting. So yeah, thanks for sharing that with us, Andreas. That's a useful insight for everyone joining the virtual collaboration experience event today. I hope you've all found it useful and enjoy the rest of the event. Thank you.